So we're on the right track, and I want to turn to President Sirisena. He's been a champion of the fight against corruption in his country, in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka came out of a civil war. President Sirisena was a very important player in this process. Countries with armed conflicts are more prone to corruption. This is a sort of a standard truth. Tell us, President Sirisena, how have you handled this problem in your country, and how are you fighting corruption?
First and foremost, I thank Honorable David Cameron, Prime Minister, for inviting me to attend this major anti-corruption summit in London. I consider this summit a significant step to combine our collective effort to fight corruption that is widespread all over the world. Corruption is one of the factors that promote political violence and other forms of human rights abuses. Sri Lanka went through such a stage during the previous administration. The people reacted strongly against corruption by changing the corrupt administration by the power of the ballot in January 2015 at the presidential election and again at the parliament election in August 2016. The people, acting democratically, got rid of the corrupt leaders and their supporters. The current National Unity Government consists of the two majority political parties in the parliament, one under my leadership and the other led by Prime Minister Honorable Ranil Wickremesinghe. We were elected to office on the policy platform of democracy, good governance and rule of law. Therefore, we consider it our prime duty to root out corruption from the country. We have already taken several significant measures for this purpose. I am happy to inform this forum that with introduction of the 19th Amendment to the Constitution, I handed over to the Parliament most of the executive powers of the President, except those powers the Supreme Court decided cannot be transferred. However, even under this limited situation, as a demonstration of my commitment to transparency, accountability and the rule of law and my firm determinations to root out corruption, I established one anti-corruption secretariat, special presidential commissions to investigate. Third, and also appointed the commissions to investigate allegation of bribery and corruption. Fourth, the Right to Information Act has been presented to the Parliament. The National Audit Act will be presented shortly. All these institutions are working satisfactorily. A special division within the police titled the Financial Crimes Investigation Division, FCID, was established to expedite investigation on major financial crimes. They have been given all necessary facilities to carry out their duties. They have already commenced criminal proceedings on several major corruption charges. We note with appreciation the support and cooperation already extended to Sri Lanka by several countries including UK, USA, India and Switzerland, as well as the World Bank, to strengthen the investigative agencies. Regarding the stolen assets, we are in the process of seeking information and assistance to trace them. We are happy that this summit proposes to establish an international anti-corruption coordination center. All of Us as leaders need to thank the act collectively to strengthen our own law enforcement agencies to track the corrupt and recover the proceeds of corruption. Sri Lanka is fully committed to such firm action. Thank you.
Thank you, President Sirisena.